Have you ever met someone who swept you off your feet? Not just with his words, but with the way he made you feel seen. Wanted? Special? He gave you just enough hope to believe this could be something. He listened. He looked you in the eye. He even said things that made your heart stop for a moment. But somewhere along the way, you felt it. That pause. That distance. That emotional gap you couldn't quite name, but couldn't quite ignore. It felt like he was there, but not really there. Like you were reaching for someone who was always one step ahead. So close, but never all in. And now you're asking yourself, is he emotionally available? Will I regret falling this deep? This video is your safe space. No judgment. No shame. Just raw truth, real clarity, and the wisdom your heart needs to hear. Let's dive into how to truly know if he's emotionally available before you fall too deep and lose yourself in someone who may not be capable of loving you the way you deserve. So let's start with what emotional availability actually means. Let's get grounded in the truth of what emotional availability means. Because this isn't just about whether he talks about his feelings. This is about whether he can hold space for yours, too. Being emotionally available means he is aware of his emotions. He is able to communicate them clearly. He has the capacity to connect deeply, not just superficially. He's present in the relationship, not just showing up physically, but emotionally too. He wants intimacy and he's not afraid of it. You might be surprised to hear this, but emotional availability isn't about being sweet or sensitive on the surface. It's about being consistent when life gets real. It's when a man can show up for you even when he's tired. It's when he doesn't ghost after a vulnerable moment. It's when he's not only open, but ready. And if that sounds rare, it's because it is. But it's not impossible to find. You just have to know what to look for and what to walk away from. Now, let's delve into why emotionally unavailable men are so attractive. Let's be honest. Why are the emotionally unavailable ones so hard to resist? Here's the truth, they often come across as charismatic, intense, mysterious. They give just enough to keep you hoping. But never enough to keep you secure. They may compliment you deeply. They may open up about childhood trauma. They may even tell you, I've never connected with anyone like this. And yet, they withhold their full presence. They make you feel like you're almost there. Like love is right around the corner, if only you could prove yourself worthy enough to unlock it. That's how the cycle begins. You start investing more, giving more, hoping more. Because surely he's almost ready. But girl, listen to me, these are the real truth I want you to know and hold so dearly. You can't earn someone's emotional availability. You can't love someone into readiness. And the longer you chase potential, the more you starve your own heart. Now do you know there are some early red flags you must look out for, especially at the early stage of your relationships? Even though these red flags may seem harmless, but they are time bomb which will explode only in a matter of time. So here are some of the early signs that he may not be emotionally available, even if it doesn't look obvious yet. He says I'm not good at relationships, but doesn't seek to improve. He avoids defining the relationship, even after months. He says he wants to go with the flow or see where it goes. He's amazing for a week, then cold the next. You're always the one initiating emotional conversations. He gets uncomfortable when you cry, express needs, or talk about the future. He blames past relationships, but doesn't take ownership. Do all of these sound familiar? Let me tell you something. If a man is emotionally available, he doesn't hide behind vagueness. He doesn't make you feel guilty for having feelings. He doesn't disappear when things get real. Real men don't play with your clarity. They protect it. Please note that the roller coaster is not love, and here's the hard truth. If your relationship feels like a constant emotional roller coaster, it's probably not love. It's anxiety. Let that land. Real love feels like safety. It feels like clarity. It feels like coming home, not chasing someone through a maze. If you're always wondering where you stand, Anxious when he pulls away. Waiting for a text that never comes. Feeling high one day and low the next. That's not chemistry, that's uncertainty addiction. It's when your nervous system gets hooked on the highs and lows. And trust me, it's easy to confuse that with passion. But passion that costs your peace? Isn't worth the price. However, I'm about to give you a very big shock right now. If you're with a guy who exhibits all these qualities listed earlier in this video and you think all these makes him a bad guy, well, here's is the shocking truth. He's not a bad guy, but he's only an emotionally unavailable guy. And this is where a lot of us get stuck. You keep giving him chances because he's not a bad guy. He has a good heart. He treats you with respect. He might even say, "I care about you so much." And you believe it. But you need to know that good intentions don't always equal emotional availability. A man can want to love you and still not have the capacity to follow through. It's like someone handing you an empty glass of water while you're thirsty. They meant well. But you're still parched. And sometimes, it's not about whether he's good or bad. It's about whether he's healthy enough to meet you where you are. So please hear this. You don't have to wait for someone to change to justify walking away. You can honor who he is and still choose your own emotional survival. Now at this point, it's highly important we talk about what a safe, available man looks like. Let's talk about the real thing. What does emotional availability actually look like? Here's it. He's not afraid of deep conversations. He doesn't withdraw when you're vulnerable. He checks in on your heart, not just your schedule. He respects your emotions, even if he doesn't fully understand them. He makes you feel secure in the connection. He initiates emotional intimacy, not just physical. And here's a big one. He communicates, even when it's uncomfortable. He doesn't ghost. He doesn't avoid conflict. He doesn't punish you with silence. He talks. He works through things. He shows up. You're not guessing. You're not chasing. You know where you stand. That's what emotional safety feels like. And it's what you deserve. So stop romanticizing emotional inconsistency. Let's get real. We have been conditioned to think emotional distance is sexy. We were taught to believe a hard-to-get guy is more desirable. But there's actually nothing romantic about inconsistency. So you must stop mistaking silence for strength, avoidance for independence, mixed signals for mystery. Clarity is sexy. Consistency is sexy. A man who chooses you every day is sexy. Start romanticizing the ones who actually show up. Who listen? Who stay? These are the questions to ask yourself. Before you go any deeper, ask yourself, am I constantly unsure of where I stand? Do I feel emotionally supported or emotionally exhausted? Is he growing with me or am I growing around him? Does he add peace or pressure to my life? Am I attracted to who he is or who I hope he'll become? And the most important one, if he never changed, would this relationship still feel like love? Because sometimes we fall for someone's potential and forget that we deserve someone who's already ready. Ladies, hear me loud and clear. You don't have to prove you're worth loving. Let me say this gently. You don't have to fight to be loved. You don't have to send the perfect text. Stay quiet when you need to scream. Dim your light. Pretend you're okay with casual when your soul wants depth. You don't have to earn someone's love by overfunctioning. You don't have to keep giving in hopes he'll finally see your worth. The right man already will. And if he doesn't? That's your answer. Not your failure. Not your fault. Just your clarity. Now, here's the exit plan. If you're watching this and realizing he's not emotionally available, and I've known it for a while, this is your permission to let go. To release what never felt steady. To stop hoping someone becomes the version of themselves you imagined. Your heart deserves more than halfway love. You don't have to stay in a relationship that always feels just out of reach. Choose peace. Choose clarity. Choose your emotional wholeness. Because when you stop settling for almost, that's only when you make space for absolutely. Thank you for watching and learning with me this long. This isn't just a video, it is a mirror. And I hope something in this reflection reminds you of your worth. You are not too much. You are not hard to love. You are not asking for too much, you're only asking from the wrong man. You are simply ready for real love. And real love is always emotionally available. So if he's not, that's okay. Now you know. Now you choose differently. If this spoke to you, share your story in the comments. Let's create a space where clarity, truth, and healing can live. And until next time. Never apologize for needing emotional intimacy. Never silence your truth just to keep someone in your life. You are worthy of real love always. If you found this video helpful, kindly subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up. Also put on the notification bell so you don't miss out on my other value-packed videos on relationship insights. If you have any friend, family, or colleague that you know will find this video helpful, don't hesitate to share it to them. Looking forward to reading from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching.